Hey guys, welcome back to the JPM Performance channel. It is, of course, once again time for shop tour. So here we are, right smack in the middle of June 15th. So to me that means we've got 1 week until we are going up to Elkhart Lake for our first race. So not our first race, but for the sprint, June sprints. So let's jump right into the shop tour. So I finished up this, this is a local little project, and all it is I was assembling the bottom end and doing the cylinder head. So this guy is coming to pick this up on Friday. You can see it's all together. We've got some forged internals. To be honest, I don't know exactly what he's doing. I think he's just trying to run a little more compression. You can see there's a little bit of pop-up going on there, but nothing super exciting, but I'm sure it is for him anyway, so that's good. So this is kind of all his little project. I'm just getting ready to start in on Bob's job here. So this is, it's a bit of a big job, and here's the problem. Next week, we're not going to have a shop tour because I'm going to be gone. Week after that, odds are this car will be finished. So the motor will be in it, the new tranny will be in it, everything will be done. If it's still here in 2 weeks, probably got a problem. So we'll see. I'll keep you updated on that. So we've got transmission sitting here. You can see the toolbox is sitting over here because I've been working on this Crossfire. So I think we talked about this a little bit last week. It is a tight fit in this little car, and I ended up, these things actually have shelves on them that are really heavy duty that are tied into the frame, but they came up to about right here. So I ended up cutting this off. I ended up cutting this shelf completely off down to this main frame structure, and then plating here and doing probably the shortest little bar I've ever done, but you can see I've got it right up against the headliner. With the shoulder bar at the perfect height for belts, and also some back braces that tie into the rear frame next to the shock member. So got the little roll cage done. Now it's time to work on getting these seats in here. I've got the other side mocked up, and yeah, it's just tight. Honestly, trying to fit a racing seat into a car that's got a full interior like this is a little bit of a chore. There's no doubt about that, but just about finished that up, hoping in the next day or so I'll have the seats installed, all the belts, and everything else finalized. So, but the most exciting thing I've got going on, guys, is I'm going to debut for you today what I'm going to call the next number 34. So this is my next race car. Yes, I kind of jumped the gun because we still have the BMW here, but it's a car that's kind of been on my radar. I'm going to kind of tell you why exactly what's been going on here, but it's a car that I know. It's a car that I actually built the engines for the former owner. He is retiring from racing, and so here it is. This is Mark Brackey's H Production Mazda 2. So why H Production? Well, it's a production. I'm a big fan of production cars, guys. If anybody that knows me knows how much I love production cars. I've never run an H Production, and I feel like I'm trying to, two things. I'm trying to stay away from my guys in F Production. We've already got the bulk of the grid motor-wise running JPM motors. I've done about all there is to do in the BMW and E Production, so why not try something completely out of my wheelhouse? So what we've got is a fully built, so Mark Brackey built this car. You can see it's got a really nice cage in it. Everything's been gutted. The doors have been gutted. It's got Lexan throughout. It's got a really nice Motec ECU and dash. They really did a really good job with this car on the initial build. Of course, there are things that I'm going to change and develop over time, but I'm kind of getting off on my tangent a little bit. It's time for me to take on H Production. For all you H Production guys out there, I'm looking forward to running against you, and I think that this is going to be a really fun new challenge for me. Like I said, I've never seriously driven a front-wheel drive race car before, especially one that's this small. This car is almost a foot shorter than the BMW and about 20 inches taller overall. So a completely different animal. John came up with a really good scheme we're going to come up with here. So all of the yellow is going away. I'm not going to really give it away. Plus, you're not going to get to see it on the shop tour next week, but you will the week after that, unless you're going to the June Sprints, because I'm getting her prepped, and we're going up to the June Sprints next week for my first race. A couple reasons why I'm looking forward to that. I believe if you want to go fast and be competitive, you need to jump into the fire. Well, our current national champion is entered, Chris Shaftsma, as well as Steve Sargis, who was on the pole last year in age production as well. So what I'm considering probably the top 2 guys in the country right now are both entered. What better way to see how you're stacked up than to go and race against the best? It's something that I firmly believe in, so that's what we're going to do. I have changed a few things on the car just to make it a little more comfortable for me, and a couple of things that I didn't quite agree with or understand. So just like anything I do, guys, I do things my way, and it tends to work out pretty well. But you can see we've got a clean slate here. 100% cleaned off all the decals. Going to get the new decals on, get the car polished up on the ground, get the alignment done, and get going. So I'm really excited about this. So the next, number 34, hard to believe. So had the BMW for 5 years. I can't believe it's been 5 years, but it has been 5 years this season. So time for a new project, guys. This is it. That's our shop tour for this week. I'm super excited to show you what we got going on. Always looking for, oh, and the other thing I was going to talk about, this car is kind of a one of one. It's kind of funny how people have seen me. So I actually entered the June Sprints a few weeks ago, and I think some people are assuming that I'm running a B-spec car, because these cars in pretty much stock trim or B-spec trim run in B-spec. This is a full-blown production car, H production car. It's got close ratio transmission. It's got adjustable shocks. It's got all sorts of cool trick stuff. So nothing B-spec about this Mazda 2. So really looking forward to it. Thanks for watching, guys. You got any questions or comments, hit me up down below. And for those of you that ordered shirts over the last couple weeks, I really appreciate it. I think we sold quite a few, and you should receive those in the next couple weeks here. So thanks for your support as always. I will see you guys in 2 weeks for the June Sprints results episode. Thanks, guys. Take care.